So good game, 17 total points straight out of Nepal with 14 and almost there 11 total points. There are your points after match number 1. Let's not forget, we do have 4 more matches tonight. We are headed into Miramar. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do the rotations of the maps now, because we were supposed to do Miramar, Erangel, Miramar, but we may do the classic rotations of Erangel, Miramar, Rodan. Oh, Rondo, Miramar, and then back to Erangel. So that's my thought on what's possible tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Let me go ahead and put those scores back up there. Just wanted to let you know that we have not started yet. We are on hard start, but we do have several teams coming in, and we are missing Team 18 at the moment. So we gotta wait for esports to get on into the seats. But there you go. Let me just check in on this. Winning this whole thing. Milos, hello. And let's go. What do you think, Burn Penguin? Did you get 9 to Z in here? I forgot to check. Let's get that map screen up there so we can all see this very southern flight path. We're coming in from those Impala Islands, skimming right across that northern edge of Leones, Chumacera, and Ladrilla, going all the way across to the wall. So we are very far south. We're probably going to be seeing some fights along the way, getting those vehicles to get into their drop location. Plus, we'll probably pull over towards, like, El Pozo or something that's really far up there for Center Zone. And I've noticed that quite a bit lately. Alright, so let me check in on my map and see what's going on over in the Impala area. We do have straight on Nepal taking over Impala. We got the Extreme Slayers going up that east coast, getting those vehicles headed most likely into El Azahar. Team Control headed towards the truck stop, almost there, taking over this entire area of eastern Leones up in those hills. Let's see, we've got the Forsaken headed down to the hills of Puerto Paricio. Exceed, nobody going to Leones, but we do have a lot of chaos headed down towards this Partona Bridge area. We've got Region 8, Alpha 4, Legend, and YKG. They are all right on top of each other, right down in here. Look at this. Alpha 4, Legend. Let's see. DYZZ is right there with all of... Oh, no. There goes one. So now Alpha 4 Legends are down to just a solo. Vatic taking them out. Bones was taken out of the match already. And look at our first zone. Our first zone, even 20% of the zone goes off the edge of the map. And Valak over here, and I think I've said Vatic twice now instead of Valak, but 24K has gotten 2 eliminations over onto Alpha 4 Legends. So now, I'm sorry, Burnt Penguin, I'm sorry about that. Let's get on over here and check in on what is going on for the Rust in Peace department right across from. Let's check in on Not So Good Games, and we're gonna switch on over to, let's see what I'm gonna go ahead, since I do have Burnt Penguin in here. We're going to switch on over to Alpha 4 Legend. Let's check in on 90Z. And let me get the side-by-side set up. There you go. So now we do have over... Hello, everyone, and welcome to Felis, the $1,300 fur and Fortune tournament. This is semifinals group 1. So today we're going to do A and versus group B. Tomorrow it's B versus C, and then Friday it's A versus C. Hello, Hyman. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, so let's get through these slots. Let's talk about what's happening today. So we have slot 3, rival 6, slot 4, the 4 sexy frogs. 5, we got Team Control. 6, Fox Power. 7, we've got SM Master. Slot 8 will be Liquid Esports. Slot 9, Black Tiger. 10, we've got Evolution Gaming. 11 are the Extreme Slayers. In slot 12, Flex Esports. 13, we have Ven True Inc. There they are. 14, Demon Souls. 15, Team Aces. 16, The Panthers. In slot 17, Team Canada. 18, Upgrade. Woohoo! It's getting hot in here. 19, Death of Angel. 20, Velocity Extreme. In 21, the Golden Fire. 22, Team Entity. And slot 23, Rich Esports. There are tonight's hot teams. Like I said, this is Group A versus Group B. Day 1 of semifinals, and we are all just getting right into our seats, and I'm checking in on the pings. Let me see. Oh, nope, that's not for me. Alright, so happy Wednesday night. I hope everyone is doing well. I think we've got everything under control, so we're almost ready to go. It looks like we do have a couple minute delay to get the rest of these teams in their seats, so you can see that we've got a couple of teams completely missing, and then some of these teams need to fill their slots on in. Alright, so that's gonna be in the way, isn't it? Let me just go ahead and move that before you guys come at me. Let me grab that, and I'll just kind of move it over there. That way you guys don't have to come at me yelling at me. Tonight we'll be doing 5 matches, 5 sweaty matches. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure what our rotation will be, but we're starting off with Erangel, and like I said, we are just a little bit past hard start, so we should be starting pretty quick. I'll be trying to get as many of these fights as possible, because tonight's winner tonight is worth $100. So, $1,300 on the line. We got $100 tonight on the line. So there's some big money for these players. Hopefully these players are ready to come on in. Oh, Team Canada. Hello, Claus. I see you there with the baby tangaroo. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what else we're having. Havoc Nowo, I'll go. Finally, nice to see you coming on in. Got Team Aces. Hello, Sadra. think we're about ready to get these guys in their seat. We're still missing Liquid Esports, so I'm not exactly sure where they are, but they do have 5 matches tonight, so maybe they'll be able to come on in and recoup some of the missing points from this first match. I do believe we'll be going through Rondo, the leaderboard shuffle match, and so let's go. I don't see. Yeah, they're still looking for Team Liquid, and there's the tall man. Tall man is in. So we're missing, completely missing Liquid. We're missing one from Team Control, the 4 Sexy Frogs. But everybody else seems to be in their seat. I assume we'll be starting fairly soon. I hope you guys are having a good week. It is Wednesday, so it's all downhill from here, guys. Our weekend is right around that corner. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe if you would. Oh. They're not happy with some of these teams, apparently. Just doing the pre-game check-in, so we should be taking off soon. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I see. No tag over here. You do have to have all tags to start. So, as you can see that most of these teams, they are in their seats. They're ready to go. They've got all their tags ready. Looks like we're doing good except for 1 or 2 teams. And Liquid is coming on in. It looks like they're finally here. Welcome, Team Liquid. Alright, let's see. Looks like everybody else. There's Neon. Ooh, Neon was sweating it out the other day. Big Fragger, nice to see. Nice to see you in the lobby. Alright, let me see. I think I'm all caught up on everything. We should start soon. It would be a pleasure. Anybody in here playing the Dynamo mode? Having fun with the T-Rex doing the stomps? Sir Stompslet. Let's go. Let's see. So, you know, I can't really talk and read at the same time, but I do try. My widow brain doesn't exactly work so well when I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. I usually have some pretty interesting words come out. All right, guys, here we go. We are ready to get sweaty. Let's go. I didn't pick who we should jump with, though. Who should we jump with? Smale MVP. Gamma and Freds, let's go. Let me see. Should we jump with JPK? Yeah, let's just jump with JPK. It's easy for me. There we go. And there it is, guys. We are just seconds away from tonight's first flight path of the Fur and Fortune $1,300 semifinals. Let's get that map screen up there. You can see that we're coming in from the California coastline, just to the west of Quarry, going over the top of the northern side of Quarry, going south of Pachinki, north of Milton, right across the top of Milton Power itself. So there it is. It looks like the AFKs will be We'll be swimming with the fishies, so that's what I can tell you for now. Let's go ahead and scroll on in and see what's happening at this early flight path. Looks like team control are already off the plane. I don't see anything too close to them. Team entity does have one of control with them. It looks like what is that? Fatty? But we do have Death of Angel not too far away from control, so they might have an early fight. Maybe. It does look like we got Team Canada not too far away from Rich Esports. We've got quite a few over the top of GACA. I see Team Entity, Ventru, the Panthers. They are all right in there. Looks like we've got two teams headed on down into Pachinki. We've got Upgrade versus Team 10 Evolution Gaming, and our first zone is popped. We're going to that southwest edge of the mainland and the western edge of Military Base Island. But let's get into the fights, guys. Let's go ahead and check in on what's happening. We are here with Havoc. Whoa, no go. There he is. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll over onto the other map and see what else is happening while Havoc gets some loot on. Extreme Slayers are not too far away from Team 6 Box Power over in that Milk the Power area. So the Extreme Slayers know that they are not alone. And we also have, I think this is, yes, Rival 6, really close to SM Masters. So we have an opportunity for several early fights. It does look like JPK did get that vehicle headed up over to the hospital, and they're not too far away from Death of Angel. So we got a lot of teams on top of each other. Oh, and it looks like Team Entity are in a fight. We got a couple of pieces of chaos going on. So let's see. The Tigers running over someone. I'm not exactly sure where that might have happened. Team Aces not too far away from Golden Fire. Let's go. Rival 6 over here in a fight, and it looks like Ishmael over here was able to get one of them. Nope, it was Odie. Odie. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get on out of there too. So let's go. Let's continue on and find out what else is happening. I did see some more fights, but I'm not sure where the fights are. I feel like You Know Me might be getting into a fight over here in South George, south of the road. So over by the hospital, you can see that across the street we got all of Team Control. Hello, Texas. So hi, remember, I'm always for Team Green. Ooh, Texas, big fan, big fan. Let me go ahead and get one of your players on the screen, Texas, and we'll go ahead and do some side-by-side until we do start heating it up a little bit. And right now, it looks like Tall Man is disconnected over here in Pachinki. None of them over in Evolution Gaming. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and hold on out. We got Larry and Starboy up on top of the roof trying to get those angles across onto 666. And I'm sure 6 is over here knowing that he is not alone. So they're all in position. They do have some good positions over here, paying attention to what's going on. So now let's go ahead and head on over to what is happening in the South George area. So we do have Team Control over here. And as you can see, we also have Death of Angel. We got Do You Know Me up front and personal, keeping an eye across the street onto Team Control. But it looks like they're just respecting each other's spaces at the moment. I don't see an up close and personal fight just yet. So let's go ahead, and I do see the 4 sexy frogs over here. Looks like they might be in an early fight over here. I see a couple of them knocked or low in health, and it looks like Phoenix up at the top may have some sight lines down onto the ground, and then that's all I can tell you at the moment. We'll go ahead, and Phoenix does find one. So I feel like the fights in Pachinki are getting closer. You can see that upgrade is getting into position there, coming right up in trying, and there's the initial knock. So they do have one knock. Let's see what's going on. We've got 777 in the back. You can see over here that they are losing health. We got 7 and Starboy's both over here. Starboy with no gear. He does not have a helmet. He does not have a vest. Still trying to, he's got 686 and an SLR. So, ooh, down he goes. So we've got one solo player over here in Pachinki, and I see that Team Canada is also in a fight. Let's get on over here with Rich Esports. Rich Esports. Oh, Rich Esports taking out Team Canada, but Ventru's coming up and around. I feel like that was Team Canada that Rich Esports was just in a fight with, and I just saw Baby Tang on the elimination feed. So now we do have a solo over here, and all 4 of them from Upgrade up in the Pachinki. So I'm not so sure that this solo is going to make it much further. He's going to have to try to get on out of there. He's not going to be able to get his teammates picked back up. He's down in the sewers trying to get on out of there. Tonka on your screen. But Tonka over here is just a duo now, and then we do have 3 of them from Rich Esports over here at the recall center just to the south of Quarry. So I do see Tonka. Oh, I do see another one, but here comes Team Entity as well. Ace OP, Nexus OP also hearing it. Here comes Hope. So we're gonna have 3 teams over here. So let me go ahead and get a better position so you guys can check in on the positions. I'll switch on over to the big map, and let's get on over here and see what else I can find. Our zone's getting ready to pop. We are still split 50, well, not quite 50-50, but the river does make 50% split over here. So now let's see what's going on with the Extreme Slayers. The Extreme Slayers are also really close over here to Team Liquid. Secret going down up on that hill, so we're just leaving Neon now, and Neon trying to get that bank shot over onto ooh, right through the window by Winter. GG. So Extreme Slayers are now up 3 eliminations, and we are heating it up because we are starting to move on in. You can see that we still have Team Control also coming in. So now let's get on over to the recall center and get into some of this. I'll go ahead and put that map up there. Let's go back to the live stream so you can see that we've got Team Entity over here. We've also got Team Control, Ventru Inc., Rich Esports. Whew. Got a lot of teams that are all clustering up. It looks like Team Entity headed on down to that Primorsk area, starting to pull away a little bit. The 4 Sexy Frogs over here as a solo. So now Lux is trying to get on out of there, and we do have a lot of rotations coming in. So Ventru is still in the fight over here with Rich Esports. Let me see if I can get off one of these drops and get into the action over here. Looks like we've got two remaining from Rich Esports, but we do have Ventru over here and Team Control. You can see off in the distance, Team Control has sight lines down onto Jazz right here, where he's already just smoked himself out. Panthers also in a fight along that along the California coastline. Let's see what's going on over here. Let me check in. Oh, Ander. Find out what Ander is doing up on that ridge line. We'll get some side-by-side action. Get us a little closer. And the Panthers find a coffin. So now let's see what's going on with Jazz. As here comes Team Control. I feel like Team Control is just right now making sure they know where everyone is. We also have Team 14, Death the Angels, or nope, Team 14 is Demon Souls. Demon Souls coming right up and around onto Team Control across the way over in the quarry area. So all four of them still standing from Demon Souls as they are coming right up and in onto Team Control. Team Control does have to pull away. They are facing off against 2 to 3 other teams at the moment. So let's see if they can regroup, but they don't want to get too far away from the fight that's going on over here. Jazz is up to 3 eliminations, but he is the solo still remaining over here in the recall center of Quarry. So let's go ahead, Ferry Pier area, and Tonka still over here as well. We do have Team 14 pushing up from that southern beach side. Demon Souls now trying to get on in, and Tonka right on that backside. So let's see what Tonka can see. Tonka is a solo now, but he has 2 teams over here on top of him as well. And it looks like we're staying on the mainland. Only one team went across. It's Team 20, Velocity Extreme. So they're going to have to work their way back across the bridge. I think now is a good time to go ahead and... Whoa! Tonka just barely getting out of that. So let me go ahead and put that up there pretty good, fairly quickly. You can see that they are still all working their way in. And Tonka does have... Look at the mini-map for Tonka. We have Control over here. We've got Demon Souls over here. Team Aces has entered in over here. All these teams trying to get a better position onto this 12 party. There are so many teams over here. So now let me get on over to SOP. We did lose Nexus OP. Ace OP trying to get those shots across the ridgeline, trying to push up and in onto Team Control. Team Control did push on down and in, and now we got Fatty on his backside trying to come on in it, trying to get some of these third parties. So we do, I can't even tell you which team is in the fight. If you look over here, you can see that we do have several teams. Let me see if I can get this iPad off of here. Let's go ahead and show you all the teams that are right here in this Ferry Pier recall. So there are several teams right up in on top of each other. So now let's get it back into this action. You can see that Team 15 are also coming up and along that ridge line over to the northeast side. So let's see what's going on with Josh. He is listening to all this, and here comes Team 7. So Team 7 coming all the way across from the Milta Power area. Team 7 was all the way on the eastern edge, ending up on top of all of this. And we still have the Panthers coming in from that far western edge. Ooh, and we still have Team Control right down in the center, the thick of it all, if you will, guys. So they are right here on top of each other, still trying to get the angles on which direction they want to fight, because they are completely surrounded over here by different teams. Even Team 20, who was over on military base, have come across, apparently in the hovercraft that is no longer viable, And we have Team 9 starting to pull up and in. Team 9 again are the Black Tigers. So let's see what the Black Tigers are doing as they are also coming up and in. Simple, up to 3 eliminations. Out of the 3 eliminations for the entire team. But Very Pure also has Evolution Gaming and the Golden Fire. Oh, the Golden Fire also right on over. So now we are just crushing right up and in on top of the Fairy Pier for Morsk area. So we're going across to the quarry, guys. Let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more to give you a better idea of what's happening on this map stream. You can see that we've got a lot of these teams out there in that edge zone sweep coming up and around almost in a hurricane. All of them shuffling around counterclockwise coming into the north side of Quarry. The north side of Quarry may be the next meetup place of these PUBG mobile players. And now the Golden Fire. Golden Fire coming right up and in on team control. And now look at this here. They all come on in. So now let's get on back over here and see what is happening with Falcon. I still want to say his name, Falcon. Golden Fire, one of them does get knocked from across that beach area. We do have the beach taken over by the Velocity Extreme, and Velocity Extreme, no one at their back. I kind of like the position, but they are right here on the edge of zone that they know that they've got all these teams right in front of them. Let's head on over and find out what Nick sees out his window. We're over here. Oh, Falcon going down. So now he's going to push up these stairs. All of them coming right up and in from Team 14, Demon Souls, and now it's just up to Fatty and Demon Souls taking over the maze house of Very Pure Recall Center. Team 6 coming up and over Fox Power, working his way into the Witcher Tower, but Quarry is now collecting all these teams. You can see in the mini map up in the upper right, we do have teams in every direction as well. Let's check in on what Sadra is doing right on over here. He's got a long way to go to come in from this east side. He's got several teams that are going to be keeping an eye on him. And even though he's in the ghillie, guys, driving this buggy right up and through some of these teams, I don't think they're going to miss him. Let me check in on the Extreme Slayers as here comes the push up and over by Team Aces, right up and in. Legend just watching, getting all the information from his team as his team goes up and over, checking in on where the rest of the teams are coming. They're going to try to gatekeep the rest of these teams from coming up. And here comes Team Aces, followed by Flex Esports. Flex Esports coming right up and behind them as well. We are in Stage 5. We still have 12 teams, 30 players, and we're about to be down to about 4 to 5 teams. And Extreme Slayers holding off the push for the top of this hill. They are just on the outside of zone on this northeast side. But the Flex player may be able to see him coming up and in. That's not the Flex player. It is Karan. Karan over here trying to see up the hill because he knows that they are there. And he is a solo. And he's going to end up 1v1 over here with the 4 Sexy Frogs. He's headed in towards Lux. As Lux is also trying to make his way in and across all of this as we are closing in on the quarry. Let me go ahead and put this up there, let you guys see what is happening. The chaos that is about ready to happen. And it looks like Karan coming right up and in is gonna land into the lap of SM Masters already taking over the warehouse right on down here. But oh, what a nade coming up and through through and I don't even know. We got so many on the elimination feeds. I'm not even sure which player was able to cook that to perfection. The Extreme Slayers now coming up and around, also trying to push their way into where the SM Masters, and look at that angle. The angles are just incredible. Winter over here rising up and above. I have no idea how he did that, but getting up on top of that rooftop. Alright, levitation is for sure. So now if we look at the map overall, we do have 2 teams in zone, and so now the rest of the teams have to go back across that street. Team 20, Velocity Extreme, coming in from that military base island. They are right there right there on the southern side of zone with no one at their back, where the rest of these teams do have to go across the street. They do have to push up the hill and into the teams waiting for them. Phoenix is already over here in position, watching if the rest of the teams are trying to come right up and in, and you can see on the map that they are all coming right up and in, right up and around. They are trying to get into this position on this hilltop. We still have the zone coming up and along the hills right here in all these trees, and we are down to the top 3 teams. We have Team 9 coming up and in, the Black Tigers, Velocity Extreme, Team 20, and it looks like Rival 6. All 4 of them are still standing. We do have 1 knock, but they should be able to get picked back up. So we have a 4v2v2 on the side of this hill. And now let's go Phoenix. Ooh, that Nate coming right up and over. And then we've got Test Flight in the background. Test Flight keeping an eye across onto the car spawn right down the hill with all 4 of them. Fred's coming up and around, getting ready to push his way up and into Velocity Extreme. He's already right across the way. Let me get that off of there, guys. So there you go. And let's see what else I can show you up close and personal. So now Phoenix going down. Fred's going down. So now let's switch back on over and get on out of here. We do have Odie still over here trying to get into the fight, but Odie is sandwiched between Velocity Extreme and the push from Team 9. The Black Tigers pushing up the hill. The Black Tigers are now up to 6 eliminations. Simple up to 5 eliminations as they push up this hill. So it is a 2v2 over here. Let's see what 2v1v1. I was right the first time. There we go. So we still have the 3 teams. We do have the Black Tigers coming right up and in. You can see that Test Flight right across the way. Test Flight working hard to try to get those shots right in across. Test Flight is down to about 5 HP. He's got Simple down to about 5 HP. Woohoo! Test Flight was able to get that, so now we got a 1v1 to finish off this first Erangel match, and it is Test Flight for Velocity Extreme and Rival 6. Test Flight popping up from the ridge undetected. Velocity Extreme coming in first with 13 eliminations, 10 placement points, shooting them up to 23 total points. Let me go ahead and get that off of there so you guys can see. There you go, much better. So now coming in second, we've got Rival 6 with 6 eliminations, and coming in third, the Black Tiger with 6 eliminations as well. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, 19 through 21. Going all out. Velocity Extreme Phoenix. 6 eliminations, 442 damage. We'll be jumping with Velocity Extreme when we come right back. We should have some scores for you, but we will have 4 more sweaty matches. Be right back. On your left side, we're in Via Del Mar with the fight between Not So Good Games and the Rest in Peace department. You can see right out through Kiddo's window that we do have them all around each other. I do hear some sticky bombs going off. 90Z is, he is disconnected. So Dizzy right here, he is the last one still standing. 4 Alpha 4 Legend, Burnt Penguin, send him some of your best luck because he is getting hunted over here by now Region 8 Gaming. So now let me go ahead and find out what else is happening on this map. It looks like it looks like Almost There is coming right on down. They've gone ahead and rotated down towards the Exceed area, so we're gonna keep an eye on these two. We still have almost 4.5 minutes of stage 1, so we'll kind of keep an eye on the rotation and the map together. But for this moment, it's very quiet, other than these two that may start fighting. Like I said, we do have Exceed right on over here. On your right-hand side, where Almost There is rotating right on past him. And Region 8 Gaming just found Dizzy from Alpha 4 Legend. Burnt Penguin. 90C is the last one remaining for Alpha 4 Legend. So make sure you get him in that game. The last I checked on him, he was AFK. So now let me go over and check in on what Blinky is doing. He's up on the bridge, and Killer trying to get the nades right up and in onto, I think that said Zaza Noob right up on top. Oh, not so good games. So they are fighting over here in Impala, or in Via Del Mar. Alright, so Almost There. Wolf coming right up and in. I'm gonna go ahead, I think. Oh, no. Fate is right on down here, and he is driving right up and through the center of Region 8 Gaming, and not too far away from 90Z, the AFK of Alpha 4 Legend. And Fate gets knocked right on out of that and thirsted. So now let's go ahead and find out what the rest of YKG are going to be able to do against Region 8 Gaming. So there goes one of them over here on your left-hand side from Not So Good Games. Not So Good Games, we did lose Lux, and now you can see from this bridge perspective that Not So Good Games are starting to get a little surrounded by the Rest in Peace department. You can see Killer is getting sandwiched over here. He does have aimbot across the street. Plus, he also has the other one coming right up and behind him. And now the Golden Eagles NA are also in a fight. Looks like it is a big fight over in here. Where did I just see that fight? Wolves over here also in a fight. Oh, I found them. So now let's just go up into this north side. Where did I see that? Oh, is that it? Did I miss it all? I did. I do think I missed it. Oh, no. Right when I got off of that. So, no, the Golden Eagles NA. Not so good, kiddo. I'm sorry that I missed that. I switched over right when you got that elimination. At least we were able to get the elimination over here, or the knock over onto Twisted. I'm sorry, kiddo. I did not expect you to start taking those shots, and now we are down to just a duo for the rest in peace department. Aimbot does have Blinky up there on that ridge line, but the duo from Rest in Peace are now getting squeezed in by the not so good games. So now let's see what's going on over here. LMN Tricks is trying to get on through. And we also have a fight over here between this Silence and Team Entities. Team Entity are coming right up in. Oh, the Silence are now down to just Abaddor and Nightcroy. The duo over here from the Silence and Abaddor with that nade right up and over, trying to get the nade onto Team Entity. So our fights have now started to go off around this map, and here comes the rest of Team Entity pushing right up and in onto the duo over here, and Entity gets knocked by Nightcroy. So now let's see what's going on with Nightcroy over on this side. Nightcroy throwing those nades right on down. And he does get Nexus OP gets a knock over onto one of them. Nightcroy is still coming out and around with more nades as Team Entity are pushing right up and in. Nexus OP up to 2 eliminations. So now here they come. Still pushing in on the Silence. The Silence are still holding down these Grays. Abaddor and Nightcroy. One of them down to about 5 HP. Abaddor down to about 5 HP. So not so good. Not so good taken over via Del Mar. But we do have Vatic not too far away to that northern side. So not so good games. Is going to have some issues coming right out and in. So let's see what else is happening. It looks like straight out of Nepal coming right up and in onto almost there, not too far away as well. Entity, we did lose hope. We lost hope, but now we do have a full 4 eliminations over here for Team Entity, taking out the Silence. So let me go ahead and put this map up here. Give you guys an idea where your teams are. There's really nobody you can't see on that screen, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the screen like that for just a minute while we go ahead and watch what may happen over here between Almost There. We got Almost There Wolf not too far away from straight out of Nepal wolves. We got the 2 wolf packs right on top of each other. Alright, so as you can see in that upper right hand corner, they are over here in this western industrial edge of Leones. So we're down here in all the barns and all the little factories right across the street from each other. So we do have that southern side right on down in this area. So now let's see, am I missing any of the other fights going on? At the moment it's looking pretty good. We do have Team Control coming in from that northeast side of Hello everyone, and welcome back to match number 2 of the Felis $1,300 Fur and Fortune semifinals. This is day 1, Group A versus Group B. Don't forget, tonight's winning team goes home with an extra $100 in their pockets tonight. With this time, we're going to be jumping with Velocity Extreme Phoenix. 6 elimination, 442 damage. So let's give that fragger some screen time love as we head into our second Erangel match of tonight. So Velocity Extreme right on down in slot 20. Here is your last match, top fragger. And let me get him ready over here on the map as well. Let me get some of this taken care of. Let's do the slot over here. Get this match number 2 up here. Got that taken care of. Let me put that up there. And coming in from almost the same spot as our very first flight path, we're coming in from Primorsk, going across that West Gas Station farm area, going all the way up and through to Lipovka. Now, last match, we were down along Milton, right along the same type of flight path. So I'm guessing we'll see some of the same drops, the early fights. Let's see if Control is over here with Death of Angel. And let's see, I don't see Control this time. Maybe they're headed towards their second drop. I do see Death of Angel right here on top of Team 12, Flex Esports. We've also have Rich Esports over here by Team Canada. Going to the GACA area, we have Team Entity with Ventru Inc. So now let me scroll across the way. Team Canada on a huge split down at this western gas station bridge area. So I think GACA may be our first. You can see on the smaller map that Velocity Extreme doing just fine. So I'm going to head on over to GACA. Let's see. And our first zone is a repeat of the previous match. So it's almost a replay of what's going to be happening over here. Ventru, one of them going down to Ace OP. Ace OP with that J6 and the Vector. How about that? So now let's go ahead and see what else is going on in the lower right hand corner. You can see that we do have the two teams over here in Pachinki facing off. We do have Upgrade, who won the last Pachinki match, getting contested once again by Evolution Gaming. So let's see, the Panthers headed up and to that northern side, heading on out towards the North Georgia area, maybe to Luton Peace for a few. We've got Extreme Slayers right over here with Team 6 once again, Fox Power. But we also have Team Control. Team Control may have some issues over here in Texas. They've got two teams right to the south of them as they're headed over towards Lipovka. Looks like the Fox team has pulled away. Rich Esports now in a fight over here, and I think that was one of them from Team Canada. So let me check in on Team Canada, find out who we lost. It was Claus. So Claus, once watching with the rest of us. Claus, come on, let's sharpen them. Let's get them sharpened. Oh, do you know me over here? Looks like we might have some issues also over here in this California coastline with Flex Esports right here on top of Team 19, Death of Angel. So I don't see, I do see Nemesis backing up. Do you know me? You know me. So let's go. It looks like he's gonna be okay over here on the side. So I'll go ahead and put this back up. Give you guys an idea where everyone is. I can put the map screen up because right now this is the fight that's going on and it's very strategic. They're making sure that they don't rush out. We do have Team Entity, all four of them still standing. We do have Ace OP on the screen with one elimination. So now we're getting a little chewed up as we're trying to push up. So now let's see what else is going on. Let's check in on what is happening over here in Pachinki. We do have all four. It looks like a 4v4 situation in Pachinki. I'll go ahead and keep an eye on that down in that lower right hand corner. But let's pay attention. We got Nike down. Ace coming up and finding him right up on that roof line. SOP, 3 eliminations, gonna be able to get Nexus and Nike picked back up. Nice job, Ace. Alright, so now let's see what else I can see over here. Let's go ahead and get some live screen on Havoc. My screen just likes you. So now we'll stick here with Havoc for just a minute because he is in the middle. Havoc is always in the middle of everything. So it looks like we got 66666 pushing right up and in. He is down to about 5 HP and he gets found right through that door. But Tall Man is over here. Tall Man's going to be able to help get him picked back up. Havoc coming right up and in. Tall Man trying to get those shots right in the cross. Trying to get... Ooh, 6 goes down. So now it is Tall Man and Fear. Fear trying to push up and in. Trying to back up his team. As Tall Man is trying to hold him off. We are resetting. We got the mollies coming up and in. But it is still a 4v4. Over here in Pachinki. As we do have Evolution Gaming. Look at this right across the way. Larry smoking up on that edge. Do we get that nade? The nade doesn't do a little bit of damage, but look at this. Tall Man trying to find these edges. Ooh, what a knock by. Oh, right through the window. Tall Man coming in and around with that pump shotty. And now Upgrade getting angry, coming right up and in on Evolution Gaming. Killer is the last one still standing. All 3 of his teammates still in this, but they are knocked. And can he do a 1v4 against Upgrade? He comes right up and around. He does get 1 knocked, but 6 is able to take him down. Ooh, we got the Extreme Slayers coming up and around over onto this side. Also smelling all of this. Maybe coming on in for some of this third party. And our zone is getting ready to pop. Let me go ahead and put this map up here. You can see that we've got several teams still out in the blue at this point. And our zone is a donut zone. It collapses in fairly nice for these IGLs to be able to make the rotations. They know who's at their back at this point and where their threats are coming from. So it's not a terrible yo-yo zone. Ooh, I think Extreme Slayers are thinking about pushing right up and in onto Team Entity. I think they just saw Ace out in that field. Now, it looks like we've got Sadra for Team Aces in a fight with Flex. Let's go on over and find out what is happening over here. So we got a couple of them from Flex down. We got Deep down to about 5 HP. And here comes Sadra pushing right up and in. But I also see another team not too far away from all of this. And we are right here on top of Potato Hill. So now we do have Sadra driving out around. I think his team's going to be able to get picked back up. He's going to be able to get them picked back up. But look, here comes Team Liquid. It is Mop right on, or Sam right on over here. I don't know why I said Mop. Not too far away from all this, so we should be able to get some of this picked back up. The Golden Fire also over here in a fight with Team 14 Demon Souls. Demon Souls coming up along the golf course, and here comes Team Control. Team Control getting ready to third party the Demon Souls coming right up and in onto the Golden Fire. And now here they come. Team Control just pushing their way up and in onto the golf course just south of the boatyard. We still have a couple of them from the Golden Fire over here and Demon Souls right here in this dip. JPK coming up and around. Look at this JPK trying to push his way right up and in, and there they go. Demon Souls getting taken out by Team Control. Yushin across the way, keeping an eye across the way. because they know that we also have the golden fire across the way. Falcon, do you know that he is right there? All 4 of them from Team Control, right across from the golden fire. And I think he is the last one still standing. He is just trying to keep his head down out of that way. And ooh, Legend hearing those shots off in that distance. So now let's see what else is going on. Our zone's getting ready to collapse fairly soon. And let's go ahead and over here get this main screen. And he tries to pop up and surprise Team Control. But now here comes Team Control. Let's get on over. Here comes Team 7 onto Team Control. SM Master, they are trying to get those shots. Oh, they do find him. And it was Pipe Zeno getting JP Gay. We did lose Yu Shen in all of this chaos. Falcon and Nyx are going to have to get on out of there as SM Masters come up and right behind Team Control, following them across from that very far eastern edge of Erangel. So now let me go ahead and put this map screen up there so you guys can see where our next zone's getting ready to go. Most of these teams have already found their spot in zone. You can see Team Liquid coming on in. We have Rival 6 coming in from that north side, but the rest of these teams are already in their position, so they're just waiting for the next zone to pop. Alright, let's go ahead and get on in here and find out what we can see as far as, I think, let's go ahead and leave that map back up there for just a few more seconds. It looks like we've got Team Control pulling up onto Flex and the Panthers. I see Ander not too far away from all of this. Ander keeping an eye across the street onto Flex. He's getting all the information. But Falcon coming up onto the backside, coming in from the north side, down and around this compound, just to the southwest of Mount Everest. So Falcon doing the doing the information gathering zone sweep, and you can see that the zone has gone down to that ferry pier quarry area one more time. These teams get to redo match number 1 apparently. So now let's see what's happening over here with Death of Angel right here on top of Kunjan and Rich Esports. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and recenter those maps so we can keep an eye on the map screen, figure out where your teams are, because we still have 16 teams in here. Let me show you on the map screen. There you go. Let me know in the chat, who is your team? Texas, I know who your team is, and I'm a big fan of you. So now, let's see what else is happening. We do have Velocity Extreme in a fight with upgrade, or let's see what's happening over here with Team Canada. Cloudy. Woo! He's run over by Velocity Extreme in the car. Velocity Extreme comes rolling right up and over, and player 2, I'm not sure who player 2 is, but was able to get him right on out of that buggy. And Baby Tangaroo, where you headed? Baby Tang also collecting information, coming up, gathering any information that may be coming his way. And all these teams are right here, right on top of each other. If you look over here on this, on the western edge, we got the Panthers, we got the Team Entity, Team Control, one more time. Over here, Team Control pushing right up and in, trying to get those shots on the Nexus OP, just getting down around from that cliffside, away from Falcon, as Falcon does come right up and in, but you can see just up in that upper right hand corner of the mini map, Team Liquid coming in onto all this as well. So we have 3 teams right over here on this western edge of the quarry. So now let me see what else is going on. the Extreme Slayers has SM Masters coming in. It looks like Team Aces not too far away from the Panthers doing the zone sweep, and we also have the upgrade coming in from that eastern side of Pachinki at the moment. So let me go ahead and let's go on over here and find out what is happening with the Extreme Slayers, as here comes SM Masters up and around. So we're going to do a little bit of side by side as Team Control is moving up and around, giving a little bit of space to Team Entity. Do you know me? Yes, I know you, big fan. Oh, what a spray! What a spray! Right on over onto Team Control. But now Death the Angels also has Team 15. Team Aces coming up right behind them. So let's see what is happening. We also have Team Liquid over here and the Black Tigers as well. We are all right here on this northern side of the East Quarry area. So let's go on over and see what else is happening as we've got all these teams pushing right up and in. Let's check in on Slicky. Hello, Slicky. What's going on over in your area of the woods? Slicky does have Flex Esports and Liquid Esports not too far away. Flex coming right up and in on the backside. Let's go ahead and scroll on in and see what's going on with the map. It looks like we're pulling on over to the other side, so we don't have the street in play. We are going up into the hills just to the western or eastern edge of the quarry recall center area. So let's go. Let's head on over to Velocity Extreme. Velocity Extreme trying to come in. Phoenix, our last match top fragger out here in the quarry fields. Look at this. He is right downhill from all these teams that are coming in from the top of the hill. We got Havoc over here taking the shots as here comes SM Masters right up and around. Fear gets knocked, but we got 66 over here. Woo, what a shot, what an angle. Oh, the seat swap coming right up and in on top of, right on top of 6. So now the tall man is trying to get on out of there. Let's check in on Havoc. Havoc also keeping an eye on his back, trying to make sure that he can't get on over there to get Fear picked back up. Fear just almost picked back up. So now let's go ahead and scroll back on in and find out what else is happening. PUBGM going out as the blue zone is starting to come right up and in. I see a couple players down here right on top of Kunjan. Kunjan in an active fight over here with right on Hope coming right up and into the business end of that DBS. Kunjan sending him that special made 12 gauge sandwich. Alright guys, let's see what else is happening. We got Upgrade also in a fight going on. Let's check in. Oh, right when I go to switch over onto them, they stop fighting. And let's see, Rich Esports right on over here. Let's see, Death of Angel. What's happening over here? I just saw some action up at the top. We've got a lot of action happening. We are in stage 5, the Zone of Anarchy. We're down to 9 teams as they are all trying to come on in. Baby Tang getting taken down and out. So now Cloudy coming up onto the solo. Not too far away from Team Control. Coming down and into the farm fields over just to the north side of Longwood. So now let me go ahead and scroll on in and give you guys a little better idea of what is happening on this map. And Cloudy with that nade right up and over on to Team Aces, and the rest of his team pulls right up and in. Team Canada, he's also throwing those mollies, trying to finish off that cloudy player two. Player two right on over here, trying to get the 1v. Oh, he came right up and in. Cloudy is the last one still standing over here. Can he get on over? Yes, he can. He should be able to get his teammate picked back up, but they're far out of zone. He's going to have to get his teammate into that vehicle and into zone, because zone is now starting to close right up and around all these players. One more time. Let's see if we can see what is happening. Let's get on over onto the other side, so you can see Rich Esports not too far away from Death the Angel. We are all the way over on our right side of the zone. We have Team Control not too far away from Team Canada. SM Masters, Center Zone, Liquid East. No, the zone moved in. This is the very northeast side of zone. This is your zone. This wide open farm fields. This is your zone, and it looks like Falcon. Woo! Falcon taking out Cloudy right on out of that, but Falcon gets found. Falcon gets found by, I can't even find, oh, player two. Player two comes right up and in from Team Canada. And let's go ahead and switch on over and see if we can find out what else is happening. I see him over here in a fight. So now let's see what else is going on as we're coming right up and in. Let me get this iPad back up over here. We're down to the top three teams. We've got Rich Esports, we've got Liquid Esports, and Team Canada on the farm field. And another one for Rich Esports going out. So we've got a solo for Team Canada, a solo for Rich Esports, and a trio for Liquid Esports. And it looks like Rich Esports trying to stop the pull-up of Team Canada coming right up and in. Kunjat may be able to make it right up and over. Look at that, he does. But then we got Secret from behind. Secret's may be able to see this res taking place. So now let's see what player two is doing right on over here. Player two keeping an eye across the way as well. So now we do have Liquid Esports creeping right up and in. We do have just a solo left for Team Canada's Secret, trying to throw as many of these smokes, trying to get the sight line. Ooh, trying to get the, and he does. He finishes off Rich Esports. So now we are down to just player two for Team Canada against the trio. All three of them are now pushing right up and in onto Team Canada. We got Neon across the way. Secret trying to push right out in the open. Player two moving over and trying to get those shots over on the Secret. Secret flicking around. And it is a 1v1. Secret down to 1 HP. Player two throwing that nade right up and over. This nade could be devastating. What a finish for Team Canada, coming in first with 10 eliminations, 10 placement points, 20 total points for this single Argyle match. Well played, well played. Coming in second with 4 eliminations, Liquid Esports. And coming in third, Rich Esports with 3 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. 19 through 21. Going all out Player 2 for Team Canada. 6 eliminations, 706 damage. And with that, we will be right back. Let me go ahead and change this one more time. We are headed into match number 3. Be right back. Leonas, we've got the Extreme Slayers Winter just about ready to come on into that zone. The Wolves are now coming in from that northwest side. Jay Nepal coming in from the west. We still have the Fearless 4 way up towards that western El Pozo area, so they need to come on in. We do have Region 8 down in that Partona area. So Region 8 does have a couple of these bridges that they can come across. But we also have YKG and Not So Good Games right on over here, keeping an eye on the bridges that Region 8 are going to need to get across. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how Region 8 manages to come on down and back into the zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom on in. We do still have a minute 41 and only one team still outside in the blues. So here comes Region 8 driving right up and in, right behind Not So Good Games. Not So Good Games coming out of Via Del Mar, and now they are driving Region 8. Oh, 24K. We drove right over into 24K scope. So now Region 8 down a player. And you can see that we do have Valak already out, getting ready to move right up and in. Valak is right on the other side. And look at 24K. 24K just taking them down and out. And there goes Region 8. I do believe that is the final player for Region 8. Is that one more across the way? Yes, we still have Home Depot. Home Depot just barely getting out of there. So we still have Region 8 in here. But now the Wolves are also in a fight. Let's see where... Oh, LMNX. LMN Tricks. There we go. Right over here with Entity. Team Entity. Our zone's getting ready to switch. So let me put that map screen back up there so you guys get an idea where everyone is. You can see that we do have the team coming in, like I told you a little while ago. We had the Fearless 4 wrapping around that far western edge of El Pozo, but here they come right up and in. We do have Element. Oh, Entity. We got ASOP right upstairs with those nades coming right in on top of them. And I think that might have been necessary. They got that elimination. So now let's go. We are in stage 3 now. You can see that our new zone did pop. It's kind of a donut zone, but we're going to that west or that eastern edge of Chumacera, over towards those western industrial buildings where we had Straight Out in Nepal with Almost There already in those buildings. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and see what happens with Straight Out in Nepal coming right up and in to this new zone, because their zone was across the street and down the road. So now here they come right up and in onto Exceed. We still have Alpha 4 Legend in this zone. He is a solo, so I'm going to try to stay out of him for just a minute. Hopefully, Burnt Penguin, I hope he is back in the match. But you guys are still gaining some points. It looks like Demon's going to come right up and in onto Vatic. Vatic is right up the hill, and he does get found by Claus. Claus finding Trick across the way. Claus was the top fragger. Let's switch back on over to him. He found Trick down in the grays. Trick right there in front of him. Let's see what's going on with XP3. XP3 also watching us. Here comes Valak. right up and around for YKG to try to get Trick picked back up. I think Valak might be okay as long as he knows that his head is way exposed. Yes, he does. And we have a wall of Vatic right above Valak. Alright, so now let me go ahead and check in on the iPad while you guys watch this chaos going on. At the moment, I don't see anybody in an active fight. You can see that the elimination feed is kind of quiet. But we have most of these teams down here in this lower southern side. So you can see Valak coming right up and along that ridge line, trying to stay away from Vatik. Vatik. Alright, let's see what's going on with Not So Good Games right across the other side, because Not So Good Games came right up and in. So now the killer is a solo and drove right up and in onto Exceed. So we still have Straight on the Paw just to the south of YKG. And just to the west, we have Vatik by Valak. Valak. Oh my goodness. So Valak going around in circles, because no matter which way he goes, these dips are not going to give him a whole lot of coverage. And as you can see, Vatik are taking the shots over onto Valak. But we also have across the way the Wolves and Region 8 Gaming Valak. We're coming right on down and in 24K though. 24K is up to 5 eliminations, and he is also coming up to check in on Vatik right across the way. We're gonna stay here. 24K, letting them know that they're there, and here we go. Our next zone, we are still headed over to these hills, kind of just to this western or this eastern side. No, 24K, Home Depot from Region 8 Gaming, getting him right out of that buggy. So now let's see what else we can find right on over here. Yeah, let's see what Trick is doing while I go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. You can see that we still have a lot of chaos down at the southern side of this zone. Let me go ahead and scroll it on over. We'll stay like this for just a second, give you guys an idea of all the chaos that is happening. We got to crush all of these players into this zone. We've got a lot of depths. We've got a lot of places for these teams to really hunker down, but there are a lot of teams coming right up and in, right behind each other. We got Rajiv right here trying to get those nades right up and over. Ooh, but Valak was able to get that nade right up and over. Valak with that nade knows that he was getting pushed up and in, and now Valak is trying to get those shots across the way over. Hello everyone, and welcome back to match number 3 of the Felis $1,300 Fur and Fortune Semifinals. This is day 1, Group A versus Group B. We are headed into tonight's 3rd match of 5, Rondo, the leaderboard shuffle match of tonight's matches. So let's see, we're still loading them in. We are in hard start. Oh, we just got a +2, so it looks like we're waiting on a team to come on in. Maybe Team Aces. It looks like they're missing a few. Evolution Gaming also needs to bring in a minute. So we got a minute. Tell me in the chat who you want to check in on, because we do have a lot of just upper tier beautiful players. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe so you can check in on these players, on these teams, these servers, and me. It helps us all out, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting all of us. Adelaide GOP in the chat. I see you, gorgeous. I see you. Alright, it looks like we're getting closer to bringing them in. Looks like Team 6, Fox Power, and we also have, oh, they're all starting to come on in. So we should be starting pretty quickly. And let me see what that ping was about. Here comes Liquid Neon. Gotta have some fraggers in this, so it's a good thing to get him into his seat if he just move. I think he's waiting for his teammate to come on in. Yeah, because they're missing one more. These guys like to sit there until their teammates arrive. That is how they do it. Same with Fox. So Fox Power and Liquid Neon, they are trying to make sure their teammate gets filled. So that's who we are waiting on, guys. That's who we are waiting on, the grand entrance. And there we go. We got Fox Powered. Ooh, we lost one from the 4 Sexy Frogs, but it looks like everyone else is in their seats except for the 4 Sexy Frogs and Fox Powered. So there you have it. What did you guys think of that nade at the end? Ooh, we are going to be jumping with Team Canada. Player 2, that nade was perfection. That was a perfectly cooked nade, perfectly placed, I'm sure. I'm sure the team doesn't agree with me, but I know Team Canada, whew, we have got to get him on the screen and give him some screen time. I love it. Alright, let me see what this ping is. Ping is good, so I'm not sure what we're waiting on, guys. We should be starting fairly quickly. Like I said, we got everybody in here. They are doing the checks. They're making sure that everybody's roster does match, and so uh-oh. Oh, day. Oh, day. Oh. Get in here so you don't they don't start without you. Oh, and then we got Nick. So they're making sure, and there we go. We got the we are starting. You guys ready to see some chaos in Rondo? I'll try to get the side by side as much as possible so you guys can see as many of these fights as we can. You know that there are so many Rondo hot drops anymore. We've got the Neox Factory, the temples that we're used to. We've also got just there's like 3 or 4 more cities. I cannot read and talk to you guys at the same time. You guys know I lose my train of thought, but we've got so many of these different little compounds that these teams will just fight over. We'll have 3 or 4 teams in 10 building compounds. It's just so much chaos in Rondo. But with these recalls, it really makes a big difference. So let's head on in, boys. Like I said, please hit that like and subscribe. Help me get out into the YouTube algorithm so that we can get these players with their incredible skills into more homes. How'd you like that one? All right, I'm running out of things to talk about. Let's get Team Canada on the screen if we'd ever load on in. Come on, let me in. There we go. All right, Team Canada. And player 2 on the map. Team Canada. Down here. And there's your last match, top fragger. Looks like Team Canada coming in as a trio unless DK is having issues. DK always having issues with his ping. I know that. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got jelly. Peanut butter jelly time. Oh, yeah. So maybe Claus is having issues with this ping. He's got that He's got that North Pole ping going on. Let's get that map up there. There you go. And we've got a solo flight path coming in over the top of Neox Factory and Stadium, but also right above Mayron. Mayron is one of those smaller compounds that often have 3 to 4 teams in it as well. Running through that, the little canals, it always just amazes me. So let's see what we can see as they're coming on in. Here we go, the flight path at the very start. And let's check in on how many teams have jumped. I see at least 3 or 4 teams jumping. We've got Death of Angel, Fox Power, Rich Esports, and Team Aces at that very start of the flight path. And as I said, Mayron does have 3 to 4 teams. Look at the Neox Factory, though. Look at the Neox Factory. We've got so many teams. It's going to be interesting to see. I will hop on over to the main screen as soon as we find out where the first zone is going. We all need to know where that is. Player 2 coming over towards that test track area because the skies are full of birds. And there's our first zone. It's the small zone center map. So now let's get on into this and see what all we can find out, what is happening. And we already have team control, JPK. JPK already in a fight. Let me see if I can find JPK. JPK does have an elimination already, so we're going to put him on the screen. And Team Liquid in a fight over there with, it looked like the Golden Fire. Let's check in on Neon. Neon was the one that was able to get that elimination over onto the Golden Fire. So now we still have so many fights going off, and I can hear Team Canada across the way in a fight. So let's get on over to Baby Tang. Baby Tang, are you over in that area? Let me find Jelly. Peanut butter jelly Tim. Oh yeah. So now let's see what else is happening. You Shen headed all the way down. Let me check in on Havoc as you Shen heading on down out of the way. Let me you Shen control. So now let me see everybody that I'm trying to click on over in. There we go. We got the Panthers on the screen, and let's see what is Ander doing. Havoc trying to get those shots right up and through onto the Extreme Slayers. The Extreme Slayers trying to push up and in onto Upgrade. And let me see if I can find the Extreme Slayers. We've got Legend on the backside getting ready to throw that nade right up and over. And can he get that nade over onto, it looked like Tall Man across the way. Tall Man down in the red just a little bit. May end up running right into Legend's nade. And Baby Tang getting some knocks over onto the other side. So let's get this off of here. Legend throwing that nade up and over. So now let me check in on what Baby Tang is doing. And let's see, Baby Tang still on the side across the way. I did see Baby Tang with an elimination. Tall Man trying to get those shots right on through on a Rival 6. Rival 6 coming up and around that edge. Does get the Tall Man over here. So now let's see what's going on. Fred's right over here down to 5 HP, trying to pull back as the nades are coming right up and over. You can see that they're giving Fred's position away, trying to point him out as here they come from the top. All the layers coming in and around right on top of them. It is Upgrade Fear. Upgrade Fear jumping right on down, right on top of them, trying to go right up and behind. So now let's see what else we can see on the other side. Let's see what we can see for Ander. Ander right here on the edge, and I can see that player 2 is right over here. Let's give player 2 a little more screen time love. And Ishmael coming up and around, but we do have upgrade up to 4 eliminations. Let's get back on over here. Find out what Sadra is doing. Sadra right over here in the Neox factory as well, trying to push right up and in. You can see there are right across from Evolution Gaming holding that window down. Josh trying to get the nade right up and in, or trying to get those shots right up and in. Does get the shots in on top of Team 10. Comes right up and in behind him. Josh up to 2 elimination, but now here comes Risk Esports also pushing up right behind Josh. Josh down to 16. Oh, 13 ammo in the JS9. So now let's get back on over to the Neox factory, find out what is happening with Team Entity. Hope up to 4 eliminations. You can hear the shots going off in the background. Let's get back on over there and find out what's happening with Team Secret. Or Team Liquid Secret. Woo, there's so much action happening. SS425. Hello, big fan SS. Yes, I am doing okay. How about you? Thank you. So now, player 2 getting pointed out by Hope. Hope seeing him running across over and on in, but Nike now getting pushed up and in on, and I can't click on over on him fast enough. Nike does get taken out, so let's get back over to Hope. Hope coming up onto Team Liquid. Secret trying to get his teammates picked back up, and now it is once again Neon. Oh, this nade! Oh, the nade by Hope. There was a nade, and look at this. Secret is still up, and Hope is trying to come up and in. Look at this nade. The S12 putting in the work for Hope. Hope going down. Hope all up to 5 eliminations. Nexus OP across the way. And look at that. Secret is still trying to get his teammates picked back up. Let's head on over to the other side. It looks like Risk Esports still trying to push right up and in. And we are starting to get some of these players out of the Neox factory. We are down to about 5 teams over here. When in almost half the lobby was here at the start. Let me go ahead and put this map up here for a minute, you guys. You're not going to believe. Woo! What a shot. You know me. Yes, I do, big fan. Let me go ahead and put that map up there. Show you guys. We still have 18 teams in this. So now let's get on over to, let's check in on what's happening with Slay. Oh, we're getting Slay picked back up. Let's go. Let's see what else we can find out. It looks like we're pulling away from that. And the rest of the map is starting to slow down just a little bit. So we might be able to catch our breath for just a second. Kunjan! Pulling right up and in onto Kunjan. And there goes Liquid Neon. We still have a couple of them. You can see Velocity Extreme off in the distance, as well as Rival 6, Death of Angel, and Velocity Extreme. So let's go. Himothy up to 2 eliminations up on top of this rooftop. Looks like they are all starting to go ahead and pull on over closer to zone. They do know that zone hurts. Ooh, Velocity Phoenix getting some hype going on over here. Let's And a Rich Esports spotting him out. Kunjan going down. Phoenix trying to throw that nade right up and over, trying to finish off Kunjan. And he does have Slate on the inside of that building. So here he comes jumping across with that nade in hand, primed and ready, bouncing that nade on in. And clearing them out, trying to make sure that they don't get that elimination. Woo-hoo! Right up and in with the UMB. So Phoenix just clearing out Rich Esports, but we still have Death of Angel not too far away. So let's see what's happening over in this area. We got the 4 sexy frogs right here with Flex Esports. Punjab, that's not a place to park. That is not a place to park. Koyo. Dakota is the shoe. So let's see what's going on over here. Drag. It's drag. Uh-oh. So JPK going down 4. We got a fight going on in center zone over here. The Extreme Slayers, and it looks like Yushan is the last one still standing over here for Team Control. We do have the Extreme Slayers on the other side of the hill, but we also have Team Canada wrapping up and around. Falcon back on his feet. Yushan getting ready to throw some more smokes to try to give him the cover to get healed back up, but the Extreme Slayers still pushing down and in, coming into the spray of Team Canada. You can see in the upper right hand corner, Team Canada. We've got Team Entity. It looks like Team Control almost headed right on into that, and instead they're gonna come right up and Yushan. Now a solo getting taken right on out of that, headed right up and into Fox Power at the top of this. He is going to go ahead and go into survival mode, guys. He's got to play this a little bit differently. He makes it across the road. He makes it down the hill. He's got the cover, but now he does have Fox Power right on top of him, keeping an eye on everything that he's doing. Our zone's getting ready to pop in another 11 seconds, so let me get that map screen up there for you guys. Give you an idea of where everyone is. Yushan does have to move on out, but now he's got to figure out where he wants to go. Let's head on over to Tonka for Ventru with Death of Angel coming right up and in on top of him. And he's also got another team right across the way. I do believe it's Rival 6 pushing in on the other side as they're coming up and through. Taka trying to get his teammates picked back up, but Baby Tang from Team Canada across the way just spraying him down. Melgar also trying to cover for him. We got the Nemesis himself over here, also trying to get those shots up and in onto Death of Angel. Death of Angel at the top, but now here comes Team 4, the 4 sexy frogs coming right up and behind all of that as well. So now let me see what's going on up here with Nemesis. Another Nemesis over here trying to get his teammates picked back up with the buggy drive-by, and Ventru pushing right up and in onto that, but not too far away is player 2, the last match top fragger, down to 1 HP, trying to keep an eye across the way on Ventru, but look at, the 4 sexy frogs right behind him, and Ventru does find him. Ventru is able to take that down and out, and Ventru, so we got Tonka, all 4 of them from Ventru now pushing up into Team Canada. Baby Tang watching the pull down as the 4 sexy frogs are at his back, as well as I see Upgrade. Upgrade is also coming in from Baby Tang's back, so Baby Tang completely surrounded on all these edges So now let's see what's going on with the tall man as the tall man is coming right up and around on the other side. Tall man trying to stop the push, and Baby Tay going down to Ventru Inc. So now Lux trying to get those shots right in and across Drag. Drag trying to keep an eye on to Upgrade as Upgrade is pushing in. Guys, we still have 10 teams in this. We still have 10 teams in Stage 5. We have a minute and a half of Stage 5 still in this match, and we are no team is in this new zone, so we are still wrapping around, making sure that we got the zone sweeps, the edge sweeps. Oh, and look at that Upgrade, 6 popping up out of that divot, able to get some of these eliminations. Upgrade up to 9 eliminations so far, and there are still 8 teams in this. We still have 20 players in this zone. Let's see if I can get some zone footage for you guys. It looks like Lux may be in some trouble over here. Lux is getting pulled up on 2 different directions. Lux has Upgrade on the one side, and he's also got Ventru Inc. coming up from the other side. We still have Flex Esports coming in right behind him. We did lose Havoc, but we've got 3 of them still remaining from Upgrade. And look at this, 6 coming right up and into center zone, completely surrounded by all the teams. Every direction, we've got teams coming into this. You can see the Doritos from the sky, the emergency cover flares coming on down and in. Ventru Inc. coming in. Tonka going down and across. Let's get in. Let's get the iPad up and going. So Upgrade bringing down the Doritos, and then we've got Fox Power coming in. We've got Team Liquid coming in. Rival 6, Team Ace also coming in from the southwest edge zone. So we also have Flex Esports straight across the way. That Upgrade keeping an eye on, and Upgrade is down to just the tall man over here now. So now let's see what else is happening. The tall man able to get Fear back up onto his feet. Fear up to 4 eliminations, and it looks like the southeast edge Ventru has most of this area covered, but Upgrade's back is open, wide open to Flex Power and Ventru Inc. So Flex Esports, I'm sorry. So now we've got Fox Power coming in. We still have Rival 6 not too far away from Team Aces as well. Let's get across over to, let's check in on Chill coming in from Fox Power across the way. So they do have the street. All that street right in there is center zone, and you can see that the teams are taking sides on which side of the street they need to be on. Not too far away from Flex Power, we got Rival 6 straight across from them, across from Fox Power over here. Flex Esports, Fox Power, there. Ventru Inc. right on top of Upgrade on this ridge line. They've got the ridge line, but they've got the blue pushing them up and in. Ventru down to just a duo, and Upgrade also down to just a duo as our zones are moving in. We've got all these teams that are pushing right up and in. Let me see if I can get onto a different player. Let's see. Ishmael coming up and in as the top fragger with 6 eliminations at this point. So let's go ahead and keep an eye on what he is doing as our zone is still moving them. Zone is pushing these players in. We're down to 20 seconds before Stage 8 upgrade getting taken out. Ventru taking over this cliffside, but Ventru now has to go up and over across the street. So we do have Flex Power getting pushed in by Rival 6 right across the street from them. And Rival 6 making the most of the divots of terrain. And Chill is the last one still standing over here for Fox Power coming right up and in. And he is able to find Ishmael Gamma. Gamma is the last one still standing over here for Rival 6. And we do have Chill across the way. But here comes Ventru. Ventru coming up and over. They made it across the street while all this chaos was happening. Along this edge, they used the distraction of the fight to push across the street. And now they are bombing Gamma and Odie. As here comes Chill right up and in on top of all of this as well. So you can see that they're right along this edge line. So now we've got the Rival 6 right down here in this divot. We've got the Ventru Inc. there trying to get those nades right up and in. And we also have the Solo coming in from Fox Power across the way. So let's see. Oh, look at these scores, guys. We got some big fragging power from Ventru coming in. And they are still pushing right up and in. I feel like Ventru might be in that line of sight to Chill across the street. But they're using the terrain to push right up and in. So now it's just up to Chill. Chill pops up, trying to get the shots in and across. Wow! Ventru Inc. coming in first. Let me get that up of there so that you guys can see. There you go. There are your scores. Ventru coming in with 16 elimination points, 10 placement, 26 total points, shooting them up the ladder board for this one Rondo match. Coming in second, Fox Power winner with 8 eliminations, and Rival 6 coming in third with 19 eliminations. 19 eliminations for Rival 6G. Top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. 19 through 21. Going all out. Rival 6 Ishmael 8 elimination. This fragger had 1,099 damage. We'll be jumping with Rival 6 when we come right back for match number 4. It will be over in Miramar. So there we go, and I will be right back. On to the Golden Eagles. The Golden Eagles also have to come out of that. Valak is just at the very southern edge of this new zone. So any of those players that you can see coming in from the south, they are all outside the zone. And look at this, they're pushing right up and in on. We're about ready to have the fight between Team 13, the Forsaken. The Forsaken right on over here. Let me see what we can find over here. And that's YKG. I couldn't switch over onto him fast enough. So now, here they come right up and in with Team 7. Team 7, we've got over here. Let's go ahead and find the Falcon. the Falcon 4 team control trying to get into this zone. And as I said, the southern side of this zone is completely, and Falcon goes out to the blue zone trying to do that seed swap, trying to get one last elimination before making it into stage 5. So now over on the other side, we got tryout trying to push right up and in. We still have a duo for team control down to solo as control parks on top of the Nid Shack, baby. All right, let's get that map right up back over here and find out what is happening. It looks like most of the zone now is starting to get controlled and dominated by the wolves. The wolves have taken over all the high ground, so they also have the Fearless 4 across the street. Most likely the Fearless 4 are gonna have to figure out how to get across that street and up that hill, but those are the only 2 teams that are in the zone at the moment. The rest of these teams are still fighting their way into the next zone. Let's go ahead and do some side by side. Let's get off of the solo player and find out what's happening over here, as we also have the fight between our last match top fragger for Vatic in a fight with the Golden Eagles NA. So the Golden Eagles and Vatic both have to get into zones. So they do have Claws just went through that 556 Nat Storm, so you can hear him just bringing. And Golden Eagle tryout, just getting right up and in, and he's about ready to push right into the wolves. The wolves right there in center zone. And Luxury keeping an eye right on Vatic is trying to push right up and in. And as you can see on the screen for Claws, we still have all of the wolves in the power position up the hill. Vatic trying to run in. I guess they've lost their vehicles, and Claws don't go out to the blue. No, last second for Claws, and Claws is still trying to push right up and in to the Fearless 4. And we also have the General. Look at this, the General trying to come up right behind the wolves on the other side. So we do have the Golden Eagles NA trying to come up those hilltops right up and into the wolves, and the wolves are still in that power position at the top. We can see in the mini map up in the upper right hand corner that Necessary is still right there in that zone. Let's get on over to Necessary. We are down to the top 3 teams. Necessary trying to get those shots straight on down. We got the Golden Eagles NA coming up right behind the other side. And now the wolves are getting pinched from the south by Vatic and the eastern side by the Golden Eagles NA. The Golden Eagles NA coming in as a troop. Vatic also across the street, but now Vatic has to come across that street and up the hill, right where we were just talking about the Fearless 4. And Vatic just getting out of Necessary's eyes. So let's see what's going on with Slonik. Slonik over here trying to throw those nades right up and over onto the Golden Eagles NA. Is the Golden Eagles NA still coming up on that other side? And now our map screen, we are so small. We are just centering on a tiny little dot. So we're coming in onto that donut zone with all these teams. These are major teams trying to come up this hill, trying to push right up and in onto each other. So now let me go ahead and we're down to just a duo over here. We've got X3 to about 5 HP. Slowing it going down. We're down to just necessary. And LMX tricks. I don't know why I keep adding that extra X in there, but Salty is up to 2 eliminations, getting those shots onto necessary. Necessary, as you see, is 1 HP, and here they come. The rest of his team coming down to stop the push from Vatic coming up, but that gives their back wide open to the Golden Eagles. NA Salty is down to 5 HP, trying to hold them up. LMN tricks down. Wolves are up to 16 elimination as the Golden Eagles NA now take over the zone. We are down to the final 2 teams. We do have the Wolves up to 16 eliminations and the Golden Eagles NA up to 12 eliminations. Oh no, Problem had 6 of those 12 eliminations, so let's check in on the general. All 3 of them now from Vatic, from the Wolves, back up onto their feet. And the trio, now a duo for the Golden Eagles NA. And you can see that the general keeping track of where they are, just trying to throw those smokes, trying to keep the sight lines down off of them because they were in that zone. They were holding the zone. The Wolves are kind of, necessary is circling around. And he sees. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to match number 4 out of 5 matches tonight for Semifinals, Group A versus Group B. This is day 1 of the $1,300 Fur and Fortune Felis TPP PUBGM Mobile Tournament. Let's jump this time with Rival 6 Ishmael MVP. 8 eliminations, 1,099 damage. What a name. MVP. He knew he was going to be the MVP. So now, here we go. Our first of 2 Miramar matches. So let me find him. Oh, he's right there on the screen. Look at that. I clicked off of him. Alright, let's get that map up there. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Only 578 seconds to go. Please hit that like and subscribe if you're listening. Let's get these players, these teams, the Discord server, Felis Discord, and me out into the YouTube algorithm. Let's get that map screen up there, and you can see that we're coming in on that eastern edge, just to the east side of the truck stop, right? The edge of the armpit north of Impala, going down across that through Leones down to Menace del Sur, dumping off into the prison island. And let's see how many car fights we're going to be having. I'm guessing we will have a few. So we do have Rival 6 jumping off, and you can see that they are not alone in this jump. Looking over, we can see Team 9, the Black Tiger, and the Extreme Slayers. They are all right along this edge line, headed up towards the El Azahar area. And let me scroll on in, find out what else is happening. It does look like Ishmael's going to be just fine. The rest of the teams are starting to separate out just a bit. I don't really see too many teams right on top of each other, so I think most of these teams getting their car spawns trying to get to their loot spots. They're gonna be doing mostly okay. I do see, oh, we're going down to that Leones area, guys, so should be interesting to see where we end up. Leones itself has Ventru Inc. right there with the Golden Fire. Chumacera area is pretty busy, though. We do have Velocity Extreme with Rich Esports. We've got Flex Esports, Team Aces there, all right on over there. Picado has 2 teams already in a fight. Let's see what's going on. Mafia from Team Liquid gets Go yo! Trying to jump across the top of that. And Secret able to get him, but I think Secret's gonna try to get his teammate picked back up. But Secret does not have a helmet, does not have a vest, and only has, oh, here comes Drag up and around. Is he gonna come right on in onto Secret and through that door? That could be really rough. And there goes one for Team Ace is out to chill over here on his scooter. Let me get that iPad back up there so you guys can see what else is happening. Looks like, oh, right on through that window. So let's see, Mafia back up onto his feet. Here comes the 4 sexy frogs. Lux with the first squad wipe caught on screen tonight. There it is. 1v4 Lux for the 4 sexy frogs. There you have it. GG's, Lux. GG's. Let's get that squad wipe off of there. And now, let me go ahead and get you over to the map screen so you can figure out where your teams are. Let me scroll on back up. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead over onto my screen and see if I can figure out where our next fight's going to be. I feel like we need some Slaughter on the map because Slaughter is right over here by Ventru Inc. So let's keep an eye on what is happening in this area of Leones. He knows that the Red Rock has a player up top. We do have a team all the way up in Camp Militar. They're going to have to come on down. That is Rival 6. They've got plenty of time. We also have the Black Tigers over here with the Extreme Slayers in El Azahar. So let's see what else is going on. I'm going to go ahead and switch on over. It looks like the Panthers and Team Entity are also in a fight. Let's see, where is that happening? Did I find that? I think that's usually San Martin area. Let's see if we can figure out what's happening over here. I see Evolution Gaming, but I don't see the... Oh, they went to the graveyard. I see you guys, so I see you. Let's see what else is happening. We got all 4 of them for the Panthers over here, and the Panthers are up to 3 eliminations, so we might have one that might have gotten away. So let me go ahead and get some screen back over onto the players, and we'll go over towards Upgrade on that northern side of the zone. Find out what's happening with Evolution. I do see Upgrade in this huge split by the Hacienda del Patron Farms, but I don't see anybody really contesting that area. The main fight is over here in El Azahar. I do see also that Team Canada is starting to come down towards that La Patita area. Nexus OP may have some issues over here, though. Nexus OP is a solo. Oh, and Ventru Inc. is coming right up and in onto him. So now let's see if oh, Nexus OP is able to get one of them from Ventru Inc. as a solo. So we still have the two teams over here, the Black Tigers and the Extreme Slayers in El Azahar in the blue. But let's go. Let's see what's happening. Nexus OP still not too far away from the rest of them. So Nexus taking that up and out. So let's go ahead and check in on this map, find out what else is happening. I don't see very many teams all that close to each other, because we are on Miramar, and Miramar is a very large map. So there's still a lot of chaos. If we could click over here, still a lot of chaos over here in El Azahar with the two teams. So it might take a few minutes to get these teams out of here. It looks like the Extreme Slayers might be getting ready to rotate on out. We do have, let's see, oh, Slicky up on this ridge line. Let's see what Slicky's paying attention to. And what else can I show you guys? Maybe head on to that map screen, give you guys an idea of what's happening. We are in stage 2. It's kind of quiet at the moment, but as you guys know, it's not going to stay quiet for long. I still think Slicky's got some eyes on the Extreme Slayers. He's got the horse all ready to go, but he may run into the Extreme Slayers on their wraparound. The Golden Fire now in a fight. Let's see if we can find the Golden Fire. I think they're right down in here. Yes, they are. So the Golden Fire now in a fight. Let's see what's happening with the SM Masters coming up. You know, right on in there. Look at that. Migsy trying to get those shots down onto Yuri. Yuri right in there. Here goes the follow up Nate. We got Nate boom going right on up. Darwin is down, but we got PUBGM on the other side. PUBGM also trying to take those shots, and we still have all 4 of them from the Golden Fire. The Golden Fire still taking the upper hill advantage onto SM Masters. So let's see. It looks like the SM Masters should be able to get their teammates picked back up, and we do have Migsy. He is Overwatch. Let's see who's up on the top of the Overwatch. Slaughter right up front, coming right up and in onto SM Masters. We've got a 2-2 split right down below us on the SM Masters, and I do like that we've got one of them up on top of this hilltop, keeping eyes on what is happening. It looks like we're getting ready to wrap around and get some better angles. Look at this. He's going to be straight across from PUBGM. PUBGM also trying to get some better angles. So the Golden Fire in a pretty good position to take this fight. Entity in a fight now with with Team Canada. Let's see what's happening over here. Team Entity, where were you? Team Canada in this kind of big split. They've got the dip right on over here, and here comes Evolution Gaming right up and along as well. So we've got Evolution Gaming now pushing up into the flat field of the North Leone Farm area. So let's see what's going on. I don't see the active fight. I do see the drop over there, so we'll probably be headed to the eastern side of North Leone. So let's go. Let's see what's going to happen next. Let's go ahead and scroll on in. I can put the map up here for you guys because our zone is closing in. Upgrade in a fight now with the Extreme Slayers. So now let's see if we can find upgrade in the Extreme Slayers. And there goes one for the Extreme Slayers out to upgrade. So let's get the Extreme Slayers on the map. They're down to just a duo. They're trying to get on over. See if they can get Melito picked back up but we also have Upgrade coming in from the different directions. Ooh, Upgrade coming on in from all the angles right on top of the Extreme Slayers. The Extreme Slayers down to just a solo. And here comes the push, the seat swap from the tall man, but 6 from that back off angle is able to get his teammate coverage. Beautiful, beautiful play, but we do have Rival 6 coming in. We still have the Black Tiger Slicky all the way up in Al Azahar, and SM Master still in this fight over here with the Golden Fly. Oh, Slaughter going down to the nade by Darwin. Darwin with that perfectly cooked nade as he is pushing up the hill into the Golden Fire. So now the Golden Fire finds Yusuf, and Darwin down to about 5 HP. Like Xeno and Darwin, the last two still standing as he's trying to get those shots right on through. Darwin is down to 5 HP, and he's going to try to get his teammates picked back up, but I did see another team not too far away. It is Team Control. Team Control now coming right up in Imatayas. Good morning to you. Hello, Imatayas. So we got Team Control not too far away from Rich Esports now. Our zone going over to that Leones area. So we've got Leones in that North Leones farm area, all in zone. Let me put this up there for you guys to see that. So let me scroll that on down just a little bit. And all the rotation coming right on through Team Control. Team Control. Falcon, what are you doing in the middle of the street? Get out of there. So now let's see if I don't think we're gonna be able to get Falcon, the 4 sexy frogs coming in onto the top of, I'm a big fan of you, coming in onto the top of Team Control. Now let's see the 4 sexy frogs. We got to see that one before, so let's go. And now Lux trying to get those shots straight across. Woo! Lux getting found. Lux gets found by the Panthers. The Panthers coming right up in. Ander up to 2 eliminations coming right up and in onto the 4 sexy front. The C swap right up and there goes the 4 sexy frogs out to the Panthers. So now let's go, guys. Let's go. We're still headed into this Leones area. Just about everyone in the play zone. We do have a few of the edge zone sweeps going on, but not many. Most of these players headed into that North Leone corridor. Look at that center zone straight across the map. And now we do have a fight across over onto the eastern side. Let's head on over to DMS. And I did not click on them fast enough. Let's try this one more time. Team 14, Demon Souls, getting pushed up on by Team 10, but they are getting overwhelmed. Ooh, Team 10, Evolution Gaming in the house, but they've got Rival 6 coming up and in, and they also have the Black Tigers, Flex Esports. They're all right over here on top of each other. Lori, listening to all the wraparounds, all the vehicles right on the outside of them. So now let's see what else is happening. As Upgrade, look at that, the tall man just coming over the top of all these bridge lines. You can see the buggy popping up and over as he tries to get those shots across onto Fred's. Fred's doing the wraparound over onto the other side. We got Flex right here. This is Flex Esports chasing down the Black Tigers. The Black Tigers right there in front of them, and I can't see who's right there in front of him is his Faith. Oh, the chaos of all of these shifts as we go over to the western edge of Leones, over into the industrial side. The Panthers still over there with SM Masters and Velocity Extreme. We got Death of Angels down in downtown. Ooh, we got Ventru Inc. Tonka getting pushed up over here by the Black Tigers. The Black Tigers coming right up into Ventru Inc. area, but look at his screen. They are every direction around him, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll on in. There goes Havoc. Whoa, Havoc, whoa, going out over here in this fight with Evolution Gaming. Evolution Gaming tucked into this compound on the hill, and they are down to just a solo. As Upgrade still pushing up, trying to get those shots over onto him. Let me go ahead. Upgrade taking out Starboy. So now we are down to just Axel. Axel is the last one. Look at this. Ventru watching as Team Canada, baby Tang himself right there in his sights, and Upgrade Fear able to get that solo. Upgrade up to 60 eliminations now. We still are pushing it over to the western edge of Leones, and we got the fights going off every direction. Let me go ahead and put that map up there because we are closing this zone in 0 seconds, and it's a donut zone going over to the western industrial edge of Leones. Let's get back into this fight. Let's see who is the fragger at the moment. I see a couple with deuces. Let's get on over to Chill and find out what's going on with Fox Power. Fox Power right here on top of Rich Esports. Rich Esports also center zone. This zone is chaos. They are all right here on top of each other. Outside of the zone, they all have to push right up and in. Chill trying to come through. Right on through. Oh, he runs into that wall, but he's able to get out of there and spray. The spray was coming right up and in. So now Ventura and we've got the Black Tiger. Let's check in on the Black Tiger and find out what's happening, because they have to push in. They have to push in across this wide open space with all these teams right here on top of them. Look at that. Right across the way. Team Canada coming right up and into the center of all of this. Right into the strip mall of Leones. Look at this player too. Melgar from Ventru Inc. spraying him right on out. Let's check in on Melgar. Melgar right across the way, watching the strip mall, making sure it stays closed for business. And you can see down in the lower right hand corner that they still have to come on into zone as well. And we've got Team Control right on over here trying to push up into SM Masters. They've got to push up these hills into SM Masters. There they go. They wrapped up and around over to the north side, coming in above SM Masters. Look at this. They came right up and in, but we also have one from Velocity Extreme. Let me switch on over and get somebody else onto the other screen. Let's go with Ander. He's up to 3 eliminations, and there goes Phoenix out to SM Masters. We still have a duo, JPK and Nix for Team Control, right down below the 5-stack from Death of Angel. Look at how they are all packed in to this western edge of Leones. We have 8 teams, and they are just buildings apart. They could sneeze and hear each other. That's how close they are. We've got Team Canada coming in from the south side into Rich Esports, into Death of Angel. Death of Angels the road, splitting the team in a 2v2. We've got Ventru coming in from that eastern edge into Fox Power. We still have a duo for team control. All four of them are still there for SM Masters and the Panthers. The Panthers have their back open. Look at this. His back is wide open to SM Masters. I don't know how he's going to be able to get out of that cliffside with SM Masters coming up right behind him. Ander knows that they're... Oh, Ander's getting pulled up right up in the by Team Canada, baby! Oh, it's up to just Jelly! Jelly, what did you just do? But now you got Pipe Zeno across the way. Let's go, Team Canada. Team Canada still right there on top of everything. Jelly was able to get his teammates picked back up. Jelly coming in clutch. It is peanut butter jelly time. Oh yeah. So now let's go. Let's check in on what is happening with Rich Esports. As Rich Esports are trying to push right up and in onto Ventru Inc. Look at the chaos up on top of this cliffside. Team Canada down below. But Team Canada does have to pay attention to SM Masters right there. And now look at... Oh! McGrill, he's right there below Ventru Inc. Do you know? Death of Angels. So now they are all pushing right up and in. And look at this sight line that we've got over here for McGrill. McGrill can see all of this. And we've got SM Masters, Darwin, and Pipe Zeno right behind him. Ventru Inc. at the top. And we've also got all four of them from Death of Angels in that 2-2 split. They were able to come across that street. They waited it out until the chaos began and pushed across because SM Masters was watching Team Canada as Team Canada were pushing up behind him, giving Death of Angels plenty of time to get across that street. Oh, by Zeno. So Darwin now is the last one still standing for SM Masters. We got Jelly right there. Jelly is able to heal back up, and we still have Ventru. Darwin with the shot to the face. So now we got Team Canada down below. We have Death of Angels in the in the office building right over here with Ventru Inc. So now let's go. Show the please. I don't know. Oh, Death of Angel. Gotcha. I was like, D-A. Yeah, do you know? So let's get on over for my YouTube chat. Let's see. Up to 6 eliminations. I am such a big fan. You know me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want to see more. I want to see more of what you can do. He's got to heal up. He's got all of Ventru right on top of him. Baby Tank, Lottie, they've got them all right up on top. So now Tonka going down. Jelly going down. Cloudy trying to come up and in. Cloudy, are you the only one standing? No, we still have Baby Tank, but they are down below, looking straight up. Nemesis from above trying to get those nades right on down on top of Cloudy trying to get out of that nade area. So now Nemesis still coming on down. Cloudy going down. So now it's up to Baby Tang and Jelly. Jelly is the last one still standing. What chaos. That cliff was just the deciding factor of all that. Let me get that off there. There you go. Ventru Inc. coming in first with 11 eliminations, 10 placement points, 21 total points for Ventru Inc. coming in first. the Team Canada coming in second with 7 eliminations. Jelly with 5 of those 7. Death of Angels coming in third with 3 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, 19 through 21. Going all out. Ventru Inc. Nemesis. 7 eliminations. 1,113 damage. So we'll be jumping with Ventru Inc. when we come right back for tonight's final match of day 1. I will be right back. Let me go ahead and switch that on over to, oops, that is the wrong one. Let me switch that on over to match number 5, and I will be right back. So now it's just down to tryout against all 3 of them from the Wolves, and the Wolves still not quite used to this new screen setup. Let's get off that iPad. There we go. There we go. Whew. All right. So 20 seconds before our 3rd flight path out of 5 tonight, headed into Rondo with Necessary. Hopefully the rest of these matches go perfect. Let's go ahead and put that map right on up there. And here we go. Match number 3, we are coming in front with a solo flight path. We are coming in at that very western edge, just to the north of Huntong, going all the way across to Maytown, up in that northeast edge. So we're not too far away from the temples, from the Neox factory and the stadium. Not too far away from Mayran. So Mayran is also a hot drop over here in NA. So let's see where most of these teams decide to go ahead and jump. And I see quite a few jumping off at that start already. The Wolves already off in there coming down, and I do believe that the Wolves like to go to the temple. Let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. Yes, the Wolves are headed to the temples, and I do see, I think that's Team 11 upgrade right underneath them with the 7 deadly sins. And look at Funtong. So we also have Funton, there we go, who got straight on the paw with the Rest in Peace department. But we're going to stay here with Necessary and see where our first flight, or our first zone is going to be. We are almost to the end of that, and as soon as we get there, I will switch over so that we do, oh, Necessary. Ooh, Necessary gets found by Upgrade. Upgrade, Havoc, whoa, taking out that last match top fragger. And we have not even finished the flight path. We don't have our first zone popping yet, and the Wolves are down a solo player, down a player. So now there is our first zone. We do have water down at the end of it, so let me see what is going on. The Neox factory. We got Alpha 4 Legend over here. Let me go ahead and put them on the side by side. Here you go, Dizzy up top, and let's see what's going on. We do have 90Z. He's already been knocked and eliminated, but this is Rondo. These teams do get some recalls going on. LMN Tricks up to 2 eliminations, pushing up the hill. Wolves Necessary coming in up at the top of the hill, trying to get those shots. They are now doing the pinch play over on the Upgrade. And we still have The Extreme Slayers over here with Alpha 4 Legend in the Neox Factory. Alpha 4 Legend. Dizzy going down at the top of that. We're down to just Bones over here now. And Tricks coming right up and in onto Upgrade Fear. Upgrade Fear on the backside of that wall. Getting pushed up and in on by two of them from the Wolves. The Extreme Slayers still at the top of the test track. Mr. Legend himself is able to get 2 elimination. Baton and Tricks both going down over here. So now let's see. Here comes Necessary coming right on down on top of Upgrade. Kindness. Is this really you, Kindness? Is it really you? Baby Tang in the Pico van coming right up and in. But we've got Havoc, Woe that needs to come back, and Fear still coming up and around. So we do have Necessary pulling away. And he is getting hunted by Fear over on your left side screen. The Extreme Slayers, the final team, taking over the Neox Factory. But the Neox Factory is outside of zone, so they will have to come on in. And we've got the fight over here with Straight out of Nepal and the Rest in Peace department. KC up to 2 eliminations, and Demon also has an elimination. KC still pushing up onto the Rest in Peace department. Oh! Fear is able to find Necessary. So Necessary gets taken out. And Fear trying to get on down in there, trying to get that elimination. But we do have the 7 deadly sins. Kiddu is coming up right behind him. Look at your mini map up in the upper right hand corner. I will head back to the fights onto that left or that right hand side for you. But let's see what else is happening. We got Baby Tang all the way over by Jatina City, not too far away from Alpha 4 Legend. And now we've got another fight right up in here. Let's go ahead and do this switch over and get this side by side. Fear coming on down. Kindness. Oh, my heart. My heart. Alright, so guys, see what else is happening. We do have Region 8 Gaming in a fight up with the Fearless 4 on your right hand side. YKG in a fight. Trick does have control right above him, and it looks like Duguru is right on top of that, trying to get those shots across the way onto YKG. You can see that Fear, or 24K, is up on that rooftop. We also have Trick down in this building in ours. We do have all sorts of other fights going on. Let me see what else is happening. It looks like Raviv is getting ready to get... Oh, Region 8 coming up and around. We got C getting that one ace right on over here. I'm not sure what to call him, but it looks like he's watching as Luxury comes around. Look at YKG trying to put the bench play onto Control. They are taking north, south, east, west. They are just surrounding them. 24K was up on that high ground. And now let's see what else is happening on the rest of this map. So Exceed are coming in not too far away from where Region 8 Cloudy is. Cloudy's going to have to watch his back because he's got an entire... Welcome back, everyone, to the final match of tonight. We are headed into match 5, Miramar. This is day 1, semifinals for the Felis for Fortune $1,300 tournament. The winner of tonight gets $100 as well. Last match top fragger was Ventru Inc. Nemesis, 7 eliminations, $1,115. Slicky in us over here in slot 1. Oh, Slicky, that's another way to start the final match of tonight. Let me get on over to slot 13. Nemesis. We'll be jumping with him when we start this. And 14 seconds until tonight's final match. Farhan, I hope I was able to give you some view on Death of Angel. So now, let's get on in. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Let's get on over to our flight zone. We're coming in from that northern edge of the oasis and going down all the way to prison, going between some of the major hot drops, but we are going between Crater Fields, El Pozo, San Martin, Monte Nuevo, Power Grid, Ladrilla, Chumacero, over the top of Valle del Mar and Minas del Sur, and dumping off. So anybody that is AFK, this final match is gonna be a chicky nuggy for anyone that goes down to that Partona prison area. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright, let me see what's happening at this northern side. It does look like we've got Team 14, Demon Souls, right here with Rival 6. So that's going to be an early fight. Ventrue Inc. also jumping with the Golden Fire NA. And alright, Demon Souls already up to an elimination. Yes, we're coming right on through. We also have Gambito. Has been knocked as they are pushing right up and in. We don't have our first zone, but let's get into this match and I'll show you the zone in just a moment. Gamma going down the M249 first, and Salas had everything on his side except for a vest and was still able to get 2 of the eliminations. Let's go back to that map screen so that you can see the first zone has popped and it's going to the north. We still have the oasis in this going all the way down and around Picado, where we also have a fight over in Picado. I just saw some flashing lights on over here. Tall Man able to get an elimination over here in the El Pozo farm fields, and we are pushing up onto Team 9. The Black Tiger right up in the longhouse. Tall Man waiting out the molly is the Black Tiger. Ooh! What a shot up those stairs. The Black Tiger is down to just Godless over here with a crossbow all the way over on the edge. Not going to be too close to his teammates, so he's not going to have to worry about that. We've got 3 teams down here in Picado. We've got the 4 Sexy Frogs, Team Liquid, and Team 12 Flex Esports in all of the middle. So now let's go. Let's see what's going on with Secret in the red apartments, right in the center between the push-up from the 4 Sexy Frogs and Rival 6 Fred's going down to Demon Souls as Demon Souls are coming right up and around. Let's see what's going on over here with Ali's. Ali's is also getting pushed up on by Team Entity. So Team Entity wrapping up and around as well. So let's see if they can get on out of that. And he's only got level 1 gear. Barely anything in his AKM. He's got an AKM with barely any ammo as Team Entity are wrapping up and around on top of the hilltops, trying to come on down on top of him. And look at this, he's trying to get on out of there, But we still have this fight over here in Picado. So now let's head on over to the 4 Sexy Frogs. Hello, Problem. Oh, Problem up on top of the 5 stack with the M1 Grand. The M1 Grand, does he have a scope? That's the question. And DMS is able to get a knockover on a Team Entity. Ollie's coming right up and in on your right hand side. Ace OP going down. Nexus OP, they're coming right up and around. Let's see if Nexus OP, the last one, still standing against the Demon Souls. And so now let's see. We got the Problem creating a problem onto Team Liquid. Team Liquid still stuck right in between the 4 Sexy Frogs and the Flex Esports coming in from the casino. Nexus OP trying to get out of there. And we also have another team coming up and in. The Panthers. The Panthers are coming up and in. On top of all of this, you can see from the outside, Nexus OP. Oh, Nexus OP almost had that clutch play, but we also have, look at this, the Panthers are coming up along this edge line. Look at this, coming right up and in to this third party. They are wrapping around, coming in on each side, and I'm not sure. Here comes Ander. So now let's just go ahead and switch on over to the Panthers. Problem still trying to get into this fight as we've got Flex pulling right up and in into Team Liquid. Secret going down. Sam OB is on the other side of this. Let's check in on Neon. Neon, look at this right across the plate. Has one right in his sights, but he's trying to get his teammates picked back up. Sam OP downstairs trying to get Secret picked up as Flex Esports is coming down off that ridge. But you can also see, well, let me show you. You can also see that here comes the 4 Sexy Frogs as well. Broken up in that stadium. The rest of his team are wrapping around to that western edge. So now let's go back to side by side, because we still have the fight over here with, oh no. So now let's check in on Ander. Ander taking the shots over onto Demon Souls. Demon Souls in that compound. Liquid Neon taking those shots. Let's see what's going on. And Ander going down. Ander going down. So now we are just down to Chaz. I can't say that name. So now the Panther's still pushing up and around. He does get one down, but he was 0 HP on that push. And now Demon Souls up to 11 eliminations. 11 eliminations for Demon Souls all the way up into this top side. So now let's get back over to Liquid. Team Liquid right here. Neon trying to hold on the hand. Oh, another team pulling right up into this compound. This compound in the very north side. Demon Souls already in this compound with the Death of Angels trying to push up into him. Demon Souls up to 11 eliminations, but they've got another team pulling up right behind them. The other team, Death of Angels. Death of Angels right on the outside, coming up in that same push that the Panthers just had. Timothy coming up and around it, but Demon Souls down to just a trio now. Timothy trying to get as much information as possible. Look at this. He's stopping on that backside. So let's switch on over to Timothy. Oh, me. You know me coming up behind Timothy as well. So now let's go ahead and switch on over and find out what's going to happen with Liquid Neon, because he is still over here sandwiched between the 4 Sexy Frogs and And Flex Esports coming up and in. Broken has some footsteps right above him from Lux from the 4 Sexy Frogs over here. Impigado. So Himothy holding off, making sure that he is not getting pushed up and in. We still have 30 seconds left. Oh, that nade. Here comes the rest of Death of Angels. Death of Angels now pushing right up and into the compound of Demon Souls. Remember, they are up to 11 eliminations. They know how to hold this off. There goes one from Demon Souls. Demon Souls now down to just a duo on this push. Death of Angels pushing right up and in. So now Demon Souls down to just Elise. Elise is the last one still standing. Finds Coffin from across the way, trying to hold off the push by Death of Angels. Death of Angels coming up and around. Death of Angels taking over the Hilltop compound. But now the Hilltop compound in the eyes of Upgrade. The tall man up to 2 eliminations. So now, what is going to happen next? And we still have a minute 20 of Zone 2. And we still have the fights down here in Bigado. Let's see what's going on over here with Velocity Extreme and Evolution Gaming. So Evolution Gaming not too far away from let's see. Oh, I see where they are. They are down in San Martin, pushing up the hill into Cell Tower Hill. There is your Cell Tower, guys. So now they're not too far away from each other. And oh, we got another bunch of fights over here. Rich Esports in a fight with Team Control. Nix, it looks like he's been knocked himself off. Falcone, are you the last one still standing? Yes, he is. Falcone trying to get those nades right up and over into the barn where Rich Esports is. Here comes another nade right up and in. Falcone repositioning, but he also has another 2 teams coming right up and in. Team Aces and Team 6, which is Fox Power. So let's see what else is happening. He's able to get some of those knocks, but he might be able to get across to his team. No, he's pushing up and in, trying to get these last ones for Rich Esports, trying to clear these corners, trying to make sure that there's no one at his back, and he knows that Rich Esports is in. But here comes Team 15 across the way. Team Aces keeping an eye down inside the barn. Falcone is sandwiched between all these teams. You can see that up in the upper right-hand corner of your mini-map. Team Control down to just a solo, completely surrounded. Rich Esports to the west. We've got Fox Power to the south. Team Aces coming in, and there it is. Look at this. So to the south is Team Aces. Look at this. Just walls apart from Rich Esports. And then we've also got Fox Power and Fox Power coming up on this edge. Upgrade coming in as well. So we've got all these teams that are coming in right on top of this. And there it is. The 4 Sexy Frogs coming out of Picado. Let me go ahead and put this map up here because we're going from the Hacienda over towards El Pozo Crater Fields area. And while you guys check in on your map, I'm going to head on over to another fight. I think this is the main fight over here with, Fox Power. Fox Power is pushing right up and in onto Kunjan and Rich Esports. Kunjan and Slay, the last 2 still standing. They know that Rich Esports or Team Control is right across the way, but they also know that they've got teams pushing in as well. So it looks like Slay maybe trying to push up, getting closer over here to Team Control and Fox Power. Fox Power is nading Slay. Oh, that nade hurt. Slay down to about 5 HP, and those nades are coming from both Fox Power and Team Control there. Ooh, so Fox Power coming right up and in. Let's check in on Strap. Strap is the one that's been throwing all those nades right up and over, getting all that damage. Also up to 3 eliminations as they are trying to push up on Kunjan and Slay. The Extreme Slayers in a fight now up to the Death of Angels. So now let's get on over to these 1v1s that are happening. You can see the Death of Angels is right there in Legend's sight. So Legend is able to get that elimination. Legend up to 2 eliminations. One of our PFSL Brazil heroes. So now look at this, Kunjan trying to stay out of that spray, but Kunjan getting found. So now, Team 6, Fox Power, up to 5 eliminations. So, Legend up on those hills, trying to get that solo, racing out of there. That is Baby Tang from Team Canada, driving right on below Legend. So let's see what else is happening, because our zone is still closing in, and we've got SM Power coming in from that south. Oh, one of them going down. Let's check in on what is happening right over here with Team Canada. Team Canada in a huge fight with Ventru on that backside. So now let's go ahead and scroll on and give you guys an idea of how close it is. So Ventru, it is Jelly time. Jelly throwing those nades right up and over. It's Baby Tang and Jelly over here with Upgrade, Ventru Ig. We got some powerhouses right over here at this northern side of the zone, and they are still trying to come on in. They're still trying to push their way. You can see that they are right there on the edge of zone. Jelly trying to get a better idea where everyone is, and we got Team 20 Velocity Extreme coming in from that top into the fight between Ventru and Team Canada. Ventru Inc. right across the other side. Malgor right in Jelly's sightline. And we got to remember that Team Canada is just a duo facing off against the full 4-man team of Ventru Inc. and Upgrade. Upgrade right across the way. Sharpie still for Velocity Extreme, keeping the eyes right on top of where all this is going on. When the 4 sexy frogs in the fight, we've got SM Masters in the fight with Team Aces right on over here. Team Aces, let me see if I can get on over to Josh. Josh trying to get those shots. Evolution Gaming there, right here in the south. Oh, Jelly eating the nade. I didn't even see which direction that nade came from. Baby Tang getting taken out. Ventru, Tonka. It was Tonka and Nemesis. Let's not forget, Nemesis was a top fragger tonight with 7 eliminations, 1,113 damage. Back on over to, we still have Team Control in this. Team Control still keeping an eye on everything that's happening. So we've got also over on this edge, we've got SM Master Yusuf down to just a solo over on the other side, trying to get on through between Velocity Extreme. Oh, it's flopping on over. Phoenix from Velocity Extreme able to find him. So now let's see what else is happening on this map, guys, because we're down to the top 8 teams. Let me scroll on in just a little bit. And I will put the map up. This may be the last time we can get a really good idea on this map where we are headed and who is still in it for the 21 players remaining. For the 21 players remaining, we've got right up and behind him, but he's got shot from behind. His back was wide open. Nemesis now coming up and in is upgrade as he was taking those shots right across the way. And we still have Phoenix in this closer to center zone than the other teams that are coming on in, but we also have Fox Power Strap up at the top, trying to get those shots right on down. Oh, Death of Angels getting found from the top of the hill. And look at this Strap just plucking them like fish in a barrel. Chill does get knocked, and I think that was from Extreme Slayers coming up and in. Wales getting found by Strap at the top, just finding all these eliminations as the Extreme Slayers are trying to push right up and in. Havoc, whoa, right on over on this other side, also trying to get those shots up and in on top of everything. In a fight with the Extreme Slayers, and we still have team control in this as well. We are down to the top 5 teams. We've got Upgrade, we've got Fox Power, Control, and the 2 other teams, Ventru and Velocity Extreme. Look at this. We have Upgrade pushing right up and in over here as we've got a fight between Ventru and Velocity. Havoc coming right up and in, finding Nemesis, and now Ventru down to Tonka and Replic. So Replic, Tonka trying to get up and in, but a 6 getting that off angle, and we still have Strap up to 7 elimination out of the 11. We're down to the top 3 teams. Let me get the other screen up there. So there you go. You've got all 4 of them. 4 Upgrade coming in. Tonka trying to come in, but Tonka might go out to the zone at this point. Tonka Strap finding Havoc. So Tonka Strap still coming up and over. And Upgrade. So now Upgrade down to just wow. Alright, let me get that iPad off there, guys. There you go. Fox Power coming in first with 14 eliminations. 10 placement, 24 total points for this one Miramar match. Coming in second, Upgrade with 8 eliminations, and Ventru coming in third with 8 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, 19 through 21. Going all out. Fox Power Strap, that position he had on top of that hill, just letting him spray down the players, trying to make their rotations, trying to come into the zones. 8 eliminations, 1,085 damage. And if you give me just a minute, I'll go to see if we'll have any scores tonight. But I think they said they're not gonna have them, so I will be right back. Your entire squad getting ready to come right in on top of him. It looks like maybe he might have heard those vehicles is looking in the right direction for where Exceed are. And now here comes the push from YKG, coming right up and in onto Team Control. Team Control right on in here as well. So let me go ahead and put this on the full screen. Control trying to throw those nades right on in as